So today is the first day for the business launch master class that is 5 day long. And in this 5 days class, which will be of 35 to 40 minutes or even 1 hour long for all these 5 days, we are starting today. And I welcome you all for this wonderful class. And in this class, I'm going to share my experience as a serial entrepreneur and business coach, which I have been with almost 22 years with me, and lot of upheavals, ups and downs and learnings in my ventures, and advising to a lot of my business mentees. So this is a poster which you are looking at this. And before we start the session, today's session is all about creating or developing that mindset of an entrepreneur. So who is an entrepreneur? So what may be your case to start, this session today, enrolling in this session? I would like to give, this particular thing to a boost. And in this thing, the very first line which I would like to tell you all guys is that कोई धंधा छोटा नहीं होता, धंधे से बड़ा कोई धर्म नहीं होता. This is one thing which we all have to remember in the beginning of the entrepreneurship career. Anyone starts to business, anyone who wants to start their own business, he has certain a propensity of mind, he has certain particular traits, or he or she has to have some particular personality traits which will make him or her a successful entrepreneur. So what are these personality traits? What are these characteristics one successful entrepreneur must have in him or her? That is the key character takeaway from today's session. So in the beginning, I would like to tell you all, please keep your phone and your silent mode, and please don't unmute until it is required. Just reply in chat as much as so that you don't disrupt the flow of the session, right? And whenever you have some calls to revert, if there is a break in the session, you please do that in that time. And if you want to really take away certain good things from this session, just attend this session like a child. Why like a child? Because when you are a child, your teacher, whatever your teacher says, you believe it. Let me tell you, if you don't believe anything, whatever I say, it is up to you. But what I can tell you from my experience, whatever I have experienced, whatever I have learned, I'm sharing you all these things, all these nuggets of wisdom only in this session. There is nothing in these slides or in this session only from books. It doesn't have any bookish knowledge only. So you are going to get very much practical learnings from this session, right? So write your question answers in your paper sheet, and you can ask whenever there is a question answer session or part of this particular session. And you must stay till the end of this session. We will try to finish it as soon as possible, but you must stay till end so that you can get the best out of it, right? So in these 5 days, what you are going to basically learn? In these 5 days, you are going to learn how to launch your own small business. And literally, I can tell you, if any one of you are seriously taking the learnings and the steps taught in this particular session today, you can virtually and literally launch your business in 5 days here with me only. And this is particular session which is going to remind you something which anywhere, Sanjeev ji, whatever you want to start your business in real estate or whatsoever business you want to start, all the business, whether it is selling bananas, vegetable, or a Fortune 500 company or real estate, the basic pillars of every business are same. And all these basic principles and the pillars apply to each and every business of whatsoever size it may be. It may be a very small size of business having 50,000 rupees turnover per month or 50 crore rupees per turnover per month. But the basic principles remains same. So whatever you are going to learn, try to write it down. You are going to get videos of this session today as well. If you are staying with me for all these 5 days, this particular workshop is designed very, a fun way, so that you will love participating it, practicing the tools and techniques, and applying these techniques in making of your entrepreneurship venture and journey. Start the journey with me. So how to launch a startup business, preparing one's mindset, skill set, selecting an idea, business location, sourcing of funds, team and office. So this particular section, the first section, you are going to cover in these 5 days. And then preparing for a small, profitable small business, marketing, branding, getting and retaining customer, increase the sales. It is a bonus session which I will give on the 5th day. You will be launching your business on 5th day in the beginning of this session, and you will get the bonus how to scale it up to the next level. And on the 5th day onwards, you will get a template, you will get some tools, techniques, marketing templates to launch your business on your WhatsApp group, in your Facebook group, so that you can get first 5 to 10 customers without spending a single penny on the advertisement. Are you all ready with me? Say yes. I want to say yes if you want to become an entrepreneur yourself. Type a yes in the chat box. Great. Par, Sanjeev, both of have replied. Great. Yes, Rajiji has raised a hand. You can type your question, please. Yes. Great. Keshavji is say yes. Rajiji, you can type your query in the chat box, please. Right? All right. Now, let me tell you one thing as well. So we have got another participant, Sharaji. Welcome, Sharaji. Right. So these are the things which you are going to learn in these 5 days course. And now today we start the day 1, and the day 1 is what you are going to learn today: building an entrepreneurship mindset, getting the plans right, and reaching the decision to start your own business. Maybe some of you are still in your study level or phase of life. You are a student, or might be you are into job and looking to start a business, or you have already started a venture, but there are certain things which are not making or allowing your business to grow beyond a limit. All these things you can learn and tally from the sessions, learnings today and next 4 days, whatever you are going to learn with me in this workshop. Okay, so creating a backup plan is another thing. Then you will learn how to find your ikigai, your passion, then how to choose your right business idea, and then source of amazing business ideas, and how to validate your business ideas. So these are the things which you are going to learn today's session, and let's start it now. And meanwhile, if you have particular question about starting a business, just write them down and share while I ask you all in this particular session, in the later part of the session. Right. So this is a brief introduction about me, what I have done, and what is the right I have earned to teach you and to tell you what all about entrepreneurship, and why I can teach you. These are the reasons that I have been into business almost 22 years, traditional business only, and I have myself worked upon 28 plus ideas, interacted and consulted almost 3,300 plus 3,500 plus businesses during my website digital marketing and business consulting business, that is Soft Dreams Technology, which I started almost 21 years back while I was in my college. Then there has been 3 successful ventures, brands which with God's grace I have created, that is hellopanditji.com, Soft Dreams, and BBI, and which has a combined value of, which you can see on the figure. I worked with Citibank, Indiabulls, and Anand Rathi, these MNCs, where I learned a lot. I learned how these big organizations work, What are the pitfalls? What are the issues faced by employees? What are the expectations of the business owners? So I have been on the both sides of the tables, as an employee side as well as the officer or employer side. So I, with God's grace, with this experience, I'm sharing with you all the learnings without holding a single thing in my mind. Let me tell you, whatever you are going to learn today is going to come from my heart. I'm not going to hide anything. I don't hide my failures. I don't hide my challenges. So whatever challenges I have faced in my entrepreneurship career and journey, I'm going to share with you, and how I overcome these things. That is also I'm going to tell you. And if anyone has desperate passion and desire, strong passion and desire to build something really from scratch, can learn a lot from these sessions, these 5 classes. So this is something brief about me. This has been God's grace to come on some magazines cover and many media coverage, and some coverage we did in my ventures. So these are brief information what you can just have to think. Yes, you can trust on the person who's teaching you in these classes, right? These are certain glimpses of this thing. So like now, the big question, why businesses fail or struggle? I would like to know the answer from you guys. Why do you think businesses fail or struggle? Anybody? You can write in chat box. So we will interact with chat box only. No planning. Okay. Anybody else? And no time management. Okay. There are a lot of yes. Okay. Risk. So risk, people don't take risk. Okay. No system. Okay. More due to bad commitment. Okay. Good. Very good. I'm really happy that people are replying all these things with their experiences. Great, great. Some of people you are known to me, and some of you are not known, but still I'm really good. No customer reviews. Great. Okay. Okay. Business fail to struggle. Business fail or struggle as a business owner don't have much knowledge. Great. It comes from past. Great. No customer satisfaction. Okay. Great, great. Anybody else? Good. Good. No quality control. I'm really happy that you people are already aware of a few of the things. That's amazing. That's amazing. It means it makes a class or this batch very interesting. Great. Perfect. Perfect. Let's go and see why these are all the reasons which you have shared are the reasons, very much the reasons, but there are certain big thing and a very basic thing which goes into making or breaking of any business. It's you versus you always. You means the entrepreneur. The failure or success of any venture depends upon the quality of thoughts, quality of commitment, definitely, as someone has highlighted it, and everything which goes in your mind or the entrepreneur's mind. So if you look at the bottom, this blue box where it is written, take 100% ownership and responsibility and feel the power. What does that mean is that it's not the environment, it's not the setback or recession, lack of fund, but it is always the owner or the entrepreneur who is 100% responsible for the success or failure of business. How? Definitely whatever you have mentioned in the chat box, in the reply which when I asked you the question, all these things coming back to the person only, right? He is not good at communication. He is not good at money management. He is not good at knowledge. He is not acquired the sufficient knowledge, technical skills, or the soft skills to run a business or build a business successfully. That means everything jots down to him or her only. It is entrepreneur or the business owner's mistakes which make or break the business. If you feel that the market conditions are not favorable, if the market is not good at this time, it means you are not ready for the change. Here we have one of the participants, and definitely I would like to invite him on the Zoom call as well tomorrow, Keshav Bansalji. He made a turnover of 2 crore rupees even in the corona recession year as well, when everybody was facing turbulence and slowed down in the business. Here is a person who has built a business from scratch after leaving a job of 19 years. 2 crore rupees turnover he has done in this last year of corona pandemic, when everyone was locked down in his or her house. So it is not true that the business condition or the environmental conditions can hold you back from realizing a success in your business as well. It means only that you are not ready for the change. A person, an entrepreneur, has to be very agile to adopt the change situations in his or her life as well as the business conditions. Funding. If it is an issue of funding, if you feel that your business failed because of funding, and I can tell you this from my personal experience as well, it is not the funding, my dear friends. It is always a cash flow management. Entrepreneurs generally are poor with money management. And I have learned this very hard way. And this lesson came to me after a lot of, experience and failures and heartburns in the money matter. Entrepreneurs are not good at accounting management. There has to be separate accounts to be maintained for every income and every expense you make in your business. If it is coming from personal income, or if it is coming from this client and you are putting this in your personal expense, it is a guarantee for failure of a business. It means proper money management, skill set, acquisition is a must for a success. Then low business. If you feel that you are having a low business, it means you are having sales issue. You are not making sales calls enough to get the good sales. Your team is not selling enough. Your product or the quality of the product has to be improvised, or you need to change the strategy, change the way you market and approach your customer. So low business, if you are facing low business in your category and other competitor is selling very much successfully, it means there is some fault at your offering, your sales strategy, your marketing strategy, or the mindset of the entrepreneur, or the confidence of the entrepreneur or the sales team in their own products or venture. So these issues all come down back to you only. And if you feel your product is low in demand, sometimes you will say, "Arey, my product is very much low in demand. I don't know what to do. Now people don't buy these things." I have a client who was into manufacturing of UPS, uninterrupted power supplies. These are power backups for computers. Earlier, when Delhi, even many parts of the country today have power fluctuation, electrical power fluctuation. So we use UPS for keeping uninterrupted power supply, so that the computer doesn't shut down in midway while you are doing something and such work. It was a mayhem created by this sudden drop or supply of the power. So UPS, he was making UPS for last 25 years. Now when all over India almost the power fluctuation problem has been solved, at least in metro cities, so the demand for this product was slowed down. It came down, and then suddenly he was from making a turnover of 20 CR per annum, his turnover came to 1 CR. Lot of loss came into his business. He took a loan against his house, and lot of troubles personal family problems also came down because of this particular thing. Why? Because he did not think of innovation. If your business is not having sufficient demand, your product is not having sufficient demand, it's now time to innovate yourself, innovate your business, innovate your product. So when I suggested him, why don't you make AC with the inverter AC? Because inverter AC, I asked him, can you make ACs with inverter functionality? Well, yes, I can. Well, what is the total number of ACs in Delhi NCR? Let's talk about only Delhi NCR. He said almost 20 lakh something. So out of this 20 lakh, even he is able to convert or reach 2 lakh customers per annum. He can make a profit of 5,000 rupees on per sale. What is the volume he can achieve? Then another product line, I asked him, you are making of power adapters and all. Can't you make chargers for mobile phones? Because this is the highest selling commodity, or the cables. Well, yes, we can. So now when he adopted these things, these advices, his business is again flourishing. From a loan of 2.5 crore, now almost he's in a profit every month. So this kind of thing is small thing. When you are too much busy in your business, you are not able to see something what can make your business viable or revive it. You need sometimes the helicopter eye view upon your business, which generally come from a consultant or coach or someone person who can view from outside and tell you, yes, these are the things which if you change, your business will revive once again. So that is the reason you need a business coach or consultant or some mentor to help you in your business while you are starting up, as well as while you are running it and you are not able to scale it up beyond a particular limit. Okay, just tell me one thing. What do you do when you want to learn a foreign language or swimming? Whom do you approach first? Answer in the chat box. Answer in the chat box that whom do you approach when you want to learn swimming or a new skill. Let's say you want to learn piano, play the piano or guitar. Whom will you approach first? Write in the chat box. All right. A teacher who can teach me new skill. Great, Path. Wonderful. Path is a good student. Great. Anybody else? Do you agree with Path? What Path is saying here? All right. Keshav Bansalji saying best teacher. Great. All right. Come on, please make it interactive. Just learn. For the people who have joined recently, I would like to, put this slide once again, all right. All the people who have joined late, I would like to, put this particular slide in their knowledge once again. Read this 4th point. Participate like a true child student. Trust me. If I have thought of giving this, having this workshop, if I'm conducting this workshop, there must be some reasons, or there must be some, intuition that I have something to share with the world. There are certain learnings, there are certain teachings which I have adopted, I have learned over these years or 23 years of my own entrepreneurship experience. Nobody will tell you that he has failed so many times. Yes, I have failed almost 19 ventures. Out of 28 ventures, my 19 ideas failed miserably. I lost huge money. I was in bad debt. I touched rock bottom 0 and I have bounced back once again every time, 4 times in my life in this business career. So whatever learnings I have learned and used them to make some few good brands and good valuation of my business today, I am going to share all these things without holding them back. So please participate as much as for your own benefit, please. All right. So it is always you only that you have to take care of that learning, and until unless there is a principle, there is a great writer of Brian Tracy. If you have heard of Brian Tracy, B-R-I-A-N, Brian Tracy. So Brian Tracy, in his teaching style, in almost every book, what he tells is that if you think someone else is responsible for the failure or the challenges of your life, you are mistaken. If you feel that your life partner, your wife, your husband, your parents, your teacher, your competitor, or the business condition, these are responsible for your failure in your business, it means you are allowing them to have power over you. If you think that whatever has happened to your life, your venture till date, if you are alone responsible, and you take the responsibility and muster up courage to stand against all these things, and then you feel a great sense of power. You feel a great control over your life and the things. Let me tell you, whatever I'm going to teach you or tell you in this 5-day workshop, everything starts from your mind. It's your mind only. It's your mind only. Whenever, whatever is going in your mind, the success or failure of your business, it is always in your mind. And this is a crux of this whole course today. If you want to build a profitable small business, the starting point is you and the burning desire to make a profitable business. A person, there's a great book, which is one of the highest selling books ever on this earth. That the book's name is Think and Grow Rich. It has been prepared, as the author claims, that after 25 to 30 years of research and interviews with most of the successful business owners of America in the years between 1925 to 45 something, he claims, and the teachings of this book have really changed lives of more than millions of people across generations for last 65 to 70 years. The first chapter of this book and many other books on self-help and self-development, you will find that it is the burning desire which rules over everything else in making or shaping your destiny. A person with a burning desire to create something, he want to become PM, or he want to become a successful business, richer than Bill Gates or Elon Musk, or even a greatest artist of the world, bigger than MF Hussain or Subodh Gupta, or greatest swimmer or archer other than Arvind, these people, whosoever have been a champion or the boxer bigger than Muhammad Ali. So if that desire is a burning desire, what does it mean? Burning desire, having a burning desire. That means you are ready to sacrifice each and every other distraction, other pleasures of the world to pursue that particular goal alone. That is a burning desire. That you are ready to burn all the bridges behind you, and these bridges may be the pull. These bridges may be of comfort zone. These bridges may be a security of a job, or a steady income on every 31st or 1st of every month in the form of salary. Then you are mean to say to have a burning desire. So here, entrepreneurs, one question may come. Entrepreneurs are born or made, right? You might have encountered this question as well in your life. Entrepreneurs are born or made. They are born by birth, they are having, by birth some qualities, or they can be made, or they can be taught, or entrepreneurship be taught. So would you like to answer this question? What do you think? Entrepreneurs are born or made? So just write born if you think that they are born and they cannot be made, or just write made if you think that they are not born, they can be made. Or write the third option if you think that yes, some are born, some are made. You can write in the chat box. I'm waiting. All the participants, please come and write your answers. Okay. Parth says they can be made. Sharad Bhatia, made. Meenakshi ji says made. All right. Anybody else? What do you think? Entrepreneurs can be made. Okay, right. Sanjeev and Keshavji also have replied, right? Made. Good. Perfect. Perfect. Some of you think that they can be made, and some of you think, so basically most of you people have given this reply that they can be made. Perfect. Sometime, though, I would say the answer is a mix. Basically, some of the entrepreneurs are having some innate qualities. The people who can be made as successful entrepreneurs are born with some innate qualities like risk-taking abilities, good PR skills, and certain big dreams quality in their own minds while they are born. It may be sometimes hereditary. It may be, they can get this thing while they are growing up in their, formative years. Might be they get someone to inspire them good enough to start their own, or find them as a role model that I would like to become that person, or kind of this person. That kind of thing can inspire them, and those people can be made an entrepreneur, definitely. So both options are true. Basically, some people are born with entrepreneurship qualities, but at the same time, if they don't realize their true potential to become an entrepreneur, and they just keep on working in a comfort zone, in a job, secure job, then definitely they are not going to become entrepreneur. But at the other hand, some people who are not with certain qualities or certain skill set, which a particular person may have to have while to pursue an entrepreneurship career, but they can acquire them while working hard upon them. So both are true as of now, right? Now, building a successful, profitable business, with my own experience, what I would say is, it is a dream, think, act trinity. What does dream, think, act trinity? It means you have to have big dreams to start and build your own big, small, big business venture. Purposefully, I have kept the small word here before the business, because if I claim that you can make $1 billion business if I have not done myself, how can I teach you that? So definitely, while I'm talking about the small business, that means up to a valuation of 30 CR as of now. All right. So it may not be true that I cannot teach you that how to make a big profitable business, but definitely I would like to stick to the limits where I can be realistic. So whatever I have done till date in my life, in my own business career, I can teach you that only, and that is also good enough to at least to the persons who have not still started and they are still struggling in their business and having a turnover 10-20 CR. So that much at least I can share with you. So that I'm going to tell you. Scaling up while staying lean. The third point says scaling up while staying lean. Let me tell you guys, today, or this current time era which we are living all in, it is the best time to become entrepreneurs. It is the best time to become an entrepreneur. Now you will ask me why. There are multiple reasons, and many reasons it will resonate with you. When today there is no security offered in any kind of private job, no income guarantees, or perpetual or regular income guaranteed in while you are staying in your job, or there are very few government jobs in offering, and there is a huge population of India vying or vouching for these small chunks of jobs only, the unemployment rate will get higher and higher. It's not only Modi ji saying that Atmanirbhar Bharat will make a good Bharat, right? It's all about our own good self as well. बड़ा नौकर बनने से अच्छा है छोटे मालिक बन जाओ. Means there are people who have left jobs at Google to sell samosas. There is a guy called Mufasa. His mother used to cook so well, and when he got a job in Google, and 3 years he worked in that. He worked 3 years in that venture, but he's found it is very much disturbing, or it's not so giving him satisfaction, real satisfaction. Because your soul, your mind gets satisfied only when you are pursuing your passion and you are working in a business or job which is close to your passion, which is close to your hobby, which your mind and soul really likes and enjoys and enriches with. If you are not following that passion, you will always slog to your work, slog to your office, and you will wait eagerly to come to let the Friday come. And that is the reason a restaurant chain names Thank God It Is Friday, TGIF. It is for all the people who are so tensed while going for their work on every day, or especially on Monday. So in America, or the most industrialist country of the world, even in India, most of the heart attacks come on the midnight of Sunday to Monday or Monday early morning. Why? Because people are so afraid, they are so haunted by going again in that particular business environment, that particular environment where they are not going to enjoy. 85%, 80 to 85% people are working in these jobs which are really they really hate. They don't like it. They are just doing so that they can get some salary for fulfilling their family needs and their own needs. Otherwise, if they get a chance, if they could lay their hands upon some magic idea or some magic formula that they can get some money while pursuing their passion or their hobbies, they would really leave the job next day. And this particular sentence which I just said you right now, the magic formula, the magic process which they can lay their hands upon, they can start their business or start earning money while pursuing their passion. They will leave their job immediately, is the key of this particular workshop.
How is this possible?
Can please just all of you people are they are requested to put all the questions in the chat. I will answer all the chats. Let's maintain the flow of this particular session. Definitely, Shubhamji, I will definitely allow answer your query. Whatever queries you have, let's go for that. If I am telling you something, I must have some reasons to that, and please believe me that, trust me for that, you will come to know for that answer, right? So in this slide, the bottom you see your Trinity, body, mind, soul, all starts from you and revolves around you, the brand you. To become a successful entrepreneur, you must have your body, your mind and soul unified and working in synergy for achieving and fulfilling a particular object at one time only. If in your soul, if you're in your mind, you like swimming or playing sports very much, but because of the conditions of your parents put down or the restriction of your dreams, your family saying you have to become doctor, engineer or architect because we are having such a flourishing architect business, then you should pursue that architect degree only. That will make you a very bad architect. Why so? Because you will not like it with your core of your heart. Somewhere in your mind, in your heart, it will always give a cribbing kind of thing, feeling that no, I don't want to do this thing whole of my life. Whatever I'm going to tell you may not sound you very much familiar, or you may not like it to be a truth while I'm saying the very first, but just have patience. You will find all the answers and logic behind everything what I'm saying. I have spent plenty of time over all these things, guiding a lot of business owners, guiding a lot of professionals in their careers and making their career choices. And I have done it for myself as well for last 22, 23 years. So there are certain reasons and findings. It may be possible, you may say there are every day new coaches and trainers are coming up, but definitely you will know what these learnings which I'm going to share with you, all that means and how much weight they have, right? So building a profitable business, it starts with you alone. And what does that means is that unless your body, mind and soul they are unified in one objective, towards one objective, you will not achieve that particular thing in your life. It may be not only business, it may be any lines of career, it may be any job, it may be like you want to become a superstar, actor or actress. It may be like you want to become a very good speaker or coach. It may be like you want to become a very good caricature or artist, or a graphics designer, or whatsoever career line. Until unless your body, mind and soul are unified, are accepting that particular thing, or you are working on that particular thing on daily basis, you will not be able to achieve that. Are you all with me on this particular thing? Do you understand? If you have any doubts, so write doubt in your chat box. Let me take the question which has just come up, raised up. Just a sec. If you have any doubt, whatever I'm saying, or you don't understand, just write don't understand. Let me see that. Anyone who is going to attend all the 5 sessions, and they are going to get definitely the video links with recorded videos on this WhatsApp group as well, which is over there. You have received it, or your email IDs. You can register yourself on the Google Zoom meeting. I believe all of you have, while joining, you might have already entered your email IDs. Definitely, we are going to give you the recording of these sessions, but only to the people who will join all the 5 sessions. All right. So any doubt till this point of time, fellow members? Anyone? Any doubt? Am I audible to you? Are we connected? Are we connected? All right. The question on specific business will come later on. After 5 days, we are going to learn the basic pillars of the business in these 5 days only. So Shubhamji, just you please stay connected and become all these things. Yes, Manoj Mendarpurkar says how to solve financial problems. All right, we will come definitely, sir, on this particular thing. Tomorrow is a topic. This is tomorrow's topic. We are going to learn tomorrow how to arrange funds for your business, how to use some techniques, some crazy ideas to raise your funds for your business, and how did I use Facebook to raise millions of rupees for my venture hellopanditji.com. It may sound crazy, but yes, it is crazy and true as well. You can use Facebook, LinkedIn and WhatsApp group to reignite or ignite the queries or curiosity in your venture and get funding for your venture. It is very much possible. Anyway, let's come back to the session, today's topic only. So building a profitable business doesn't require an IIM or or any business school or degree, let me tell you. Your degree doesn't determine your destiny. Your destiny is determined by your thinking, your dreams, your perseverance, how much efforts you are ready to put, how much sacrifice you are ready to put to realize your dreams. Trust me, the teachings today being taught, the degrees at the colleges are of no use if you are not polishing your own skill set, you are not polishing your own mind, you are not sharpening your mind and learning the skill set which is way beyond all these teachers can think of. There are a lot of books, lot of wise people then beyond me as well, who have written books and have advocated on this particular topic, that degree doesn't determine your destiny. Your destiny will be determined by your vision, your thinking, how big you think, how big risk you are going to take in your life, how much prepare you can make yourself by becoming mentally tough man, a mentally tough person. That is all that means, that is all required to become a successful professional or a person in your life. Okay, so I would like to ask you one simple question here. What does success mean for you people? Write your answer. in the chat box. What does success mean for you? Whatever comes to your mind. Come. All right. I'm waiting. All right. Profitable business. Great. Anybody else? What does success mean for you? Mean to you? All right. Feeling happy when achieve, how to build a good team in our business. Shomji, you will come to know all these things. Don't worry. Stay tuned with us. All these topics are covered in this 5-day workshop. If you have not received what are the topics of this 5-day workshop, you will come to know. Just send a WhatsApp message on the number which you have replied. You have got this message from. You will get the course curriculum for this 5-day workshop. Nothing to worry. Don't worry. All these topics are being covered in this thing, right? All right. Success means accomplishing a goal. Okay, right, Parth? And Shubham Dayal, who are better than me. Success means getting success in business. Success means happy life. Great, great. All the options, all the answers you have given are true. All right. Success may mean something to someone. Health, good healthy relationship, good children having their life doing wonderful in their lives, maybe success for some parents, or some people acquiring a certain particular wealth target, 100 crore 200 crore, maybe success in his own her mind, or for some people to reach a particular level or social status where they can be looked upon by some other people or fellow society members, can be called success for themselves. For a wide definition of success means having a freedom to do or to what you want whenever you want, and to lead an example in society where you people can look up at you, and leading a healthy harmonious relationship with your family and fellow members, right? And having a sense of accomplishment and sense of living your life in a full manner without disrespecting or distracting other people's life or happinesses. That is generally accepted, a wide covering all the topics. Success means spreading good thing. Yes, definitely. So this is all success. So success may mean different to you people, but definitely success covers all of these things. Maybe you are still focusing or talking about only one thing, that is you feel it is only success, but success is basically like having the freedom to do whatever you want whenever you want, without feeling the need of the money or the links or the resources. You need to have that without worrying about them. It means, number one, to reach a wealth level where you don't need to worry about the price tag. When you go to some restaurant, you don't look at the right side of the menu, means the price tag. You just order what you like. It may means that you are having plenty of resources to show that you can share with others. It means you have acquired so much experience, so much goodness in your heart, mind and soul, that you are able to make some difference, make some contribution to the society. You are able to donate lots of blankets every year while the winters come. You are able to solve the problems of financial problems of the students who are looking for some scholarship for pursuing their dream studies. Or you are enjoying a very harmonious and healthy relationship with your family and relatives or the people around you. That may be in any form, but success definitely means to reach a particular level which is ideal in your mind, right? That is true. Agree if you feel, agree, right? Agree, type agree if you feel whatever I'm saying is correct, or you agree with it. Or if you have some other things to add, please add. Please add. All right. Two people say agreed. If you have anything else, I don't mean to say, to push you to just say agreed because you're in the session. Definitely you can have something else in your mind as well. Let it be a very open interactive session, right? So you can write your mind. You can just write your mind out. Okay. All right. Let's go to the next slide. So building a profitable business doesn't. Let me tell you. Do you know some examples? By the way, Dhirubhai Ambani. You know the classic example. Now it is very much old. Let me give you very new example. Let me give you very new example, and you will really, your mind will blow like anything when you listen whatever I'm going to tell you. Bittu Tikkiwala. Bittu Tikkiwala is a brand today, at least in Delhi NCR, which is worth at least 3,000 crore rupees. And what Bittu Tikkiwala promoter Mr. R.K. Rajkumar, he is from Ayodhya. He is not even 8th class pass. Let me tell you, he is not even 8th class pass. 20 years back, he used to run a Golgappa and Tikki, Aloo Tikki stall near Paschim Vihar, Prashant Vihar, near Rohini Court area. This guy, I have met him personally many times in one of the Keshav Ramlila, if you have heard of in North Delhi. He is one of the trustees over there. He also, like me, he also one of the, we are on the board of that particular Ramlila. So when we interacted and came to know him personally, he's around 5 feet 2 inch guy. A very dark complexion, not so very smart as well. No, but what I really liked about this guy, and that gives you an idea what a businessman should have. He used to have a vision and mind and idea and confidence in his own capability. Yes, I would like to build an empire like Haldiram one day. 20 years back, a person become what he or she thinks about himself or herself most of the time. If you want to become successful business owner or entrepreneur running a profitable billion-dollar empire across 5 continents, you have to believe to the core of your every cell in your body and believe that every day, making your soul, mind and body working on this particular dream and acquire all the skill set and working hard, action, taking towards realizing that particular dream every day, every minute, thinking about one day you will realize it, and it is possible. It is possible. 20 years back when I was in my MCA, I used to think that I will run my own software company. TCS came in our campus for recruitment. It was 9/11 time. 2001, I'm talking about 2001 July. 2002, sorry. So 9/11, the September 11, incident has happened, and World Trade Tower was bombarded with 2 airplanes, and the recession in IT sector was all over the globe. While TCS used to take almost 10 to 12 people from our batch of 40 people till our senior batch, they selected only 3 people. Out of 5, 5 people cleared, including me, the online test, but only 3 were taken. Me and one of my friend, classmates, we were dropped. Why? Because they were instructed by the corporate office in Mumbai that we can take only 3 people this time from this college. My roommate came and then he asked me, what will happen now? Well, I will start my own company. Today, 21 years down the line, the company softdreams.com is still running, buzzing, and we have served almost 3,500 plus business clients, building 2,200 plus websites, and a lot of other services to a lot of many clients all over India, and few clients from Canada. And today we have just got signed up. One of our clients is also joining this session, Ms. Raji. So it's a dream, a burning desire to do something. How many companies you hear, right? A lot of startups fail within 18 months or first year of their operation, of their inception. 95% businesses fail. They are closed down within 1 year of the starting up. There are a lot of plenty reasons, but every reason jots down to the person, the entrepreneur himself. Either the person is not mentally tough, the idea was not properly validated, the resources were not acquired in proper proportion, the sales were down, or the idea was before time or behind time, or you chose an idea which was not launched in a proper manner or with the right team. Whatever may be the reason for that. So if IIT degree or IIM degree is not required to make a business, what you need to have, like Bittu Tikkiwala have, all these desires, all these things, these are the tools. It may be having some other additional personality traits, but these are which I feel which cover almost all the personality traits or tools which are required to make a successful business venture. A burning desire, big dreams and passion to start and make or build a successful business, empire or business venture is number one thing. Number two is common sense, a business sense and knowledge. Common sense is the most uncommon sense. If you are not having that mind which can assess, which can see the thing which normal people can't see, you cannot think of becoming a successful entrepreneur. एक मारवाड़ी बंदा, एक सिंधी बंदा जो बिजनेस में लगा होता है, these people are able to sense opportunities in every situation. In every situation. Can you imagine kind of situation where people can't, there can be some weird situations where they feel that this is a business opportunity. When the corona lockdown hit, there were a lot of smart people who started selling sanitizer, and the sanitizers were being sold at a price of 100 rupees for 100 ml, 120 rupees for 100 ml sanitizer bottle, which is now available in 10 rupees as well. But when, for at least from March onwards, March till July, March, April, May, June, March the lockdown was declared by PM 23rd or 26th March, and April, May, June until May of July, mid of July, 3.5 months, lots of people sensed this opportunity. They launched into the selling of trading of sanitizer and mask. The normal mask which you can get today in 2 rupees or 3 rupees, the Operation Theatre wala mask, 3-layer mask or 2-layer mask was sold at the price of 12 rupees, 10 rupees. And lots of big orders from Korea, from Japan, or a lot of other countries and big corporates, big pharmacists and shops were being given to these people. Some people have minted money in this lockdown as well. So it was an opportunity. It was an opportunity for getting this particular money minting opportunity and converting into that. So you should have that knack. And how it comes? You can get a common sense by working. There are certain tips and techniques for this particular thing to enhance your common sense. Let me tell you. Would you like to know how can you increase your common sense? Say yes, common sense. Write common sense in your chat box if you want to know. I will tell you the hack. It is really a hack to enhance your common sense, and you can tell it to your children, tell your colleagues, your partners, your groups, how you can enhance your common sense. Or if someone is aware, please share in chat box. Meenakshi is saying you are explaining in a vast way. Whether it is good or not, madam, just tell me that as well. I'm going to trying to make this, laying the foundation for an entrepreneurship mindset. While a person who want to start their own venture, what personality traits and how prepared they should be, that is basically key of this particular session. So is it okay? All right, this is good, very good for me. Thank you very much. Thank you. Okay, so common sense. Only Meenakshi ji want to know the common sense. Anybody else not interested? Okay, or you are too immersed in the teaching. Let me just share. Okay, a person can increase his or her common sense by involving him or herself in the normal household chorus work as well. You can help your mother, your husband, wife in the cleaning, putting the dishes in one place, decorating your house, trimming the trees or plants in your nursery or the your terrace garden, or doing some certain things which you feel, even like grooming your house, cleaning your house. Why? Because all these small things, when you are able to do them in a particular perfect way, when somebody can appreciate that hard work, that particular thing, the cleanliness or the writing, or even simply writing a letter to your friends, writing a good message to your friends on WhatsApp, or even going for a walk and talking about yourself in your mind, these small things can enhance your common sense by a greater ratio, a greater quantity. The people who are dull in their mind are the people who are dull in their activities. If you are not physically involving your five senses, if you are not doing some regular exercise with your mind and your body parts in synchronization, what happens when you are doing some certain thing, you are putting the things how it should be there, okay, will it look like good or not, or like say trimming these pencils while and putting them in particular order of small or bigger kind of thing. This can be one example. Or if you want to plant your tree and how to make this tree particular in a way how it can look good, because it was having multiple one branch going so out, I put two pencils in the middle of this particular pot, and now it is good looking in a good shape. So such kind of small thing can enhance your common sense in a big way. Why? Because your mind capture this experience, your mind and your memory capture this experience and stores it for taking it as an inspiration for bigger, better, challenging things later in your life or even your venture. This is how you can enhance your common sense. So start helping your mother in your house chorus work. Start your, do your own things. Don't have servants to do all the things for yourself. Right? Agree or not? Write in chat. You like the idea or not? Write in the chat box. I hope, Parth, now you know, right? Okay, all right, let's go ahead. Next comes the healthy body, mind, and soul. To become a successful entrepreneur, you should have healthy body, mind, and soul. A person who is not good in body, active body, agile body, he will not have healthy mind, because his problems will come upon the physical aches. कहीं बॉडी में एक हो रहा है, टेंशन हो रहा है, सिर दर्द हो रहा है, he's having a belly, fat belly, then his body might not work so agile and actively which he should do. A person without a healthy body cannot have healthy mind, number one, and vice versa as well. A person without a healthy mind cannot have healthy body as well. I will explain this thing in detail as well. So if you are planning to launch yourself as a successful entrepreneur, number one, just start thinking of planning or working upon immediately to have a healthy body, mind, and soul. How to become a healthy body and mind soul person? Let me tell you. For healthy body, what you do? You eat right thing. You eat more of salads and everything, and keep intaking of the masala things, the spice, oiled and fried things, which are advised by a lot of good dietitians as well, so that you avoid cholesterol getting into your body, or lowering your energy levels. You do exercise, pranayam, yoga, and breathing exercise, so that your body can take some stress of working long hours in your business, because when you are starting your business, you may be required to put long hours, up to 14 to 15 hours, 16 hours per day. If your body is not healthy enough, strong enough to take this load, you may not able to make a successful venture. Healthy mind means your mind is at peace, it is functioning at good level, you are not stressed out by small issues, or you are not fatigued very soon while working in your business, and that will come after how you make yourself healthy in your mind. To make your mind healthy, you talk positive talks only, you listen positive or motivational videos, You go to, you listen some music, have some meditation, spend some time with your family, and go on holidays every quarter, or if possible every month, with your family, and spend time with your friends, and laugh out loudly with your friends. Laugh out your heart like a child, innocent child. If you cannot laugh like an innocent child in your life when you are mature, when you are married, when you are later in your life, 30, post 30 or something, there is something serious problem with you. Just listen and carefully to your mind. It requires you to laugh like a child. You may watch some, comics, movies. You may watch some childish movies. You may watch some cartoon shows and giggle, or, laugh like with your children or younger ones, because it will keep that innocence alive in your mind, which will help you to think in a carefree mode for new ideas for your venture. You will get more creative while you can enjoy these small things. Let me tell you, smart entrepreneurs, or the people who are working upon some out of the box ideas or the creative ideas, you feel they are making something wonderful, doesn't have to become or come from some complex thinking or some mature, deep, saddened looking face thinking only. A person or business idea which can make a very good business may come from small TV show. Coming back to the common sense wala thing, again touching the retouching, if you want to increase your common sense or want to creativity, which and touching these creativity and imagination thing, all these second, third and fourth point, including the mind wala for third point, I would like to tell you, if you want to become a creative idea person, if you want to have plenty of creative things in your mind, if you want to write an idea, with God's grace, I can give you plenty of ideas for any problems you give me. There are many people who are so creative that they can give hundreds of solutions or hundred of variation or tens of variation of the problem, which is really not so soluble or looking so soluble to other people. All the people who are creative mind people are the people who read a lot. Whatever you can read, you can watch some news, watch some random video, read psychology, read spirituality, read history, read any foreign language, read romantic novel, read spy novel, or some literature on space research, read some autobiography, read some self-help book, read some business magazine, read some newspaper or Times of India, or some even Daily Times or Mint for some time, or even some Hindi newspaper. Whatever you can take in your mind, if you take such a variety of content in your mind, you never know, you can get a brilliant idea for your business from an advertisement playing in your TV in between of a news. It may strike to your mind midway from a dull looking TV channel, or the bottom the script, bottom running scripts are there. Maybe your mother or your family member is watching some religious channel, Ishwar or Sadhana, or Sanskar channel, and on the bottom there is a script running, and there is some business talking about some new product. You may get a new product idea from there. So creative people watch, read, visualize, interact with lots of various content from all the resources. But there is other flip side of this particular thing as well. Don't overindulge in all of these things so much that your mind is overwhelmed and you are not able to calm your mind to think in a creative way as well. Take inputs, meditate over it, and then you will come upon a wonderful idea. Then faith. A person who is having faith in his or her mind that he will be successful one day in his venture, and that particular faith is not stirred or shaken by the tough times, by the slowdowns. Maybe your competitor takes out all your employees. Maybe one of your employees chiffons away all the money from your bank account. Maybe your business is shut down suddenly due to the lockdown or any other problem. You must have faith, that undeniable, shakable faith in your mind that I will rise once again like a phoenix. That faith is required to become a successful champion person as well as an entrepreneur. grit, determination, and persistent. In one of the TEDx videos, now when you are listening me, I'm telling you what maybe the sources. I'm talking about books. Sometimes I'm talking about YouTube, or sometimes it's TEDx video. It means that I have been taking all these things from anywhere, a lot of resources, and even my own experience. So for great determination, and persistence, there was one video of a lady, that what is the one trait? What is the one trait a person, if he doesn't have that, despite of all the things, all the resources, all the teachings, all the techniques, tools, money, matter, office, desire, everything, that particular person cannot go ahead or succeed in his or her life. There are two traits, rather I would say from my own experience, there are two traits which are really required to succeed. If you don't have these two traits, you will not succeed, even if you have all the things with you. You have IIT degree, IIM degree, or anything else. You have good money bank balance. You have good father. You have a rich father who has inherited some business to you as well. Even then, if you are not having these two traits, you will not able to scale it up or to keep it, retain it successful. Can I know from you guys in the chat? We'll finish session very soon. It's already about 3 minutes or more to 8. We started a little late, so we'll try to stick the timeline tomorrow for 1 hour only. Yeah. Google knowledgeable session. All right. Very good. Very good. Manoj saying Google, right. Okay. Yes. What you feel are the two traits which are most required, to have a successful life or business venture? Come on, people, come on. Come on, guys. Yes. Anyone? Parth, you are there? What are the two traits you feel they are very much mandatory, you require to become successful? Yes. Okay. Those two are grit and self-discipline. Grit, or the risk-taking ability or endurance capability while you are facing some tough time, and the self-discipline so that you can stick to the routine. Am I audible to you now? Right? Okay. Sorry, some disruption came in the midway. Okay. So grit and determination, and self-discipline are the two traits which are mostly required for anyone to be successful. Cope Mayer is a writer who has written a book called 1001 Principles for Success. And on the top of that list comes self-discipline. Self-discipline is the #1 trait, and second is the grit. Yes, Sanjeev ji, you are asking something. You can ask. Yeah, write in chat. Meanwhile, I'm completing the thing. Organized planning is another thing which you must have. Organized planning to have your business running. You may be having some planning, and let me tell you, in the beginning of this particular session, you may be tempting to write a good, perfect business plan. Successful business are the business which may have business plan or may not have, but they have greater flexibility in their business plan. And sometime there are business lines where you don't need any business plan at all. Lot of people, business funding, venture capitalists or private equity funds, they will ask you business plan, but most of these business plans fail because they are so much exaggerated. They are made with so much idealistic figures and team size and everything. They want to show the investor, the investment seeking entrepreneur, the team of ventures show so much rosy picture to the entrepreneur, the funding guys or the capitalists or venture capitalists, that they are miserably failed. If you want to make really a successful business venture, you have to have all these things along with a greater flexibility in your business plan. Might be today you are starting with a product A in your venture or service A. Over the period of 6 months or 1 year down the line, that particular product is lowered in the demand, and there is another new branch coming out of this product which is in great demand, so you should go for that immediately. Henry Ford, one of the richest industrialists of his time, was only 6th grade educated in his lifetime. And all these examples, please, the youngsters who are joining this batch, the class, should not think that education is useless. No, this time is different than those times, right? Today you need to have very good education level. You should have at least graduation or PG degree and well versed with the technical knowledge, so that you can compete with the new generation entrepreneur of your time. So I'm not saying, please don't take it that way, that only the education is not, when I say degree doesn't determine destiny, is means despite or irrespective of your degree, you can do any business, any passion, any line of career you can choose. That is what I mean, right? So Henry Ford was very much known for coming off a particular idea and changing it on slowly. He was known for that when he is determined on a particular idea, he will work upon that, and later on he will change if it is required. But the greater flexibility in the business plan was always in his characteristic of doing the business. Any person who is rigid in his business line, some people say, हमने तो ये डिग्री की, हम इसी में लाइन में काम करेंगे. Some people will think, your parents, your family member will say, no, you have done doctorate, you have done MBBS, you should stick to only doctor line. But your passion says, like Madhavan, I want to go for acting. What then? Or Anil Kumble, after completing his IIT, he was having the passion for cricket. So he followed that passion. And then he learned listened to his heart, and he made a wonderful career in his mind. So it was his passion. He listened to his heart and followed that with great persistence, and he built a great career for himself or herself, right? This is the way you should do. So organized planning is one thing. Then action, a person who is action oriented only wins the race. Only dreaming, daydreaming, planning, thinking is not sufficient. Of course, planning is. Of course, strategic thinking, strategic planning is the biggest asset for any business. But if you have only strategy, and you don't have any action, your business will be eaten away in breakfast by your competitors. In one of the quote on business, one of the great business writer says, competitor eats the strategy in its breakfast, right? So आपका competitor खा जाएगा आपकी strategy को, अगर आप उस पर action नहीं ले रहे हो. So you have to act upon that. And then mastermind group. If you can have 2-3 people who can mentor you, who can advise you, who can guide you, who can correlate with you and help you in shaping the business decisions, that is called mastermind. It applies for your career, your life as well, your relationship as well, and your business as well. You must have a group of 4 or 5 people of like-minded, where you can speak your heart out. It may be your classmates, it may be some people who are elder than your age group as well. Mastermind doesn't mean to have the people of your same age. A person who is open to learn from any age group, even the person from younger age, can really go in good heights in his or her life. Right? So these are the things which you require for becoming a successful entrepreneur. Now, chota business kyun, small business kyun? Like any business starts from small. So I'm not saying you should not make a big, you will not learn to make a big profitable business here. You will definitely, but it has to be started at least. A big tree of banyan starts with a small seed of its. A big tree of people starts with a small seed of it. Everything big today was small someday. So if you don't start a business, if you don't take good care of this business today, when it is small, how can you think of handling it while it grows abruptly and exponentially and suddenly? Many times, lot of businesses, new age entrepreneurs fail because they suddenly get so much money, so much response that they are not able to handle it mentally, and they fail in their business. It is also a case. So, what is the benefit of having your own business and not having your business? That I hope you are all clear, right? If you have joined this session, it means you have already made up your mind to become an entrepreneur, right? So what is the benefit of having your own business? Let me tell you. Or would you like to tell me the answer, right? Some of you people would like to share here. What are the benefits to having your own business? What are the benefits of having your own business? In this session today, okay, we have only 5 participants now. I believe that we are shooting up beyond the time. Let me just come out to the next slide then. Okay. Now, there are some people which have created histories. As I've told you, Bittu Tikiwala, we will discuss about this thing tomorrow. So we end up today's session here only. All the topics which have been left today, which is finding your Ikigai or passion, we will cover it tomorrow. And this particular picture, I will mail you guys all your email IDs, which will help you to find your passion. I'm just sharing a brief thing about you, that how to find your passion. These circles are telling something, and in this circle, just take a printout of it, or just make it on a piece of paper and write whatever you like. Say what you love. Then here you have what you love. Then on the other side you have right hand side, pink side, you come down clockwise, what the world needs, what do you feel the world is looking for. Third is what you can be paid for, and fourth, what you are good at. A person entering in this session was Shubham Dayal, I believe. He was asking how you can make a business around your passion. I will tell you tomorrow about this thing. All right. Every business, every passion today, even you are very good at art, or very good at mimicry, or very good at handwriting, or you are very good at Japanese or French or any other language. You can make a wonderful business today, despite how old you are. Today's internet era has been blessing people with 10 years of age group or 12 years of age group, creating $1 million companies from scratch, following their passion. Tomorrow is going to be a wonderful session for this particular subject. So we sign off here and see you all tomorrow. This picture will be given to you on your email within 20 minutes, and just check your emails and write down all these things, and then tomorrow we will talk about this thing. So see you all. I hope we are today done, and if any other questions, please ask me now. I'm done with this content today. Yes. Any question is welcome here on the forum. Everyone done? Minakshi ji, Mohammad, Junaid, Raji ji, Parth. Anybody else? Any question, please? Or we should sign off, end the meeting. Just write end if you want to say, I'm ending the meeting with, and if I'm not getting reply from anyone. Yeah. Should we end the show here today? All right. All right. So see you all tomorrow at 6:30. Bye-bye.